Hello, we're on the Merrimack. You can see there's like a little spillway behind me over there. And we're gonna fish this little spillway. The deeper water is over here, so I'm gonna toss in this pool here outside the spillway. We're gonna see what we can get. Hopefully the Merrimack's not full of gar, but here it looks okay. I don't see any gar. The water's probably only 4 to 5 foot deep here. I can see a lot of structure in the water as well. So hopefully we can get some big gato fish. Let's see what we can get. We're gonna toss our first worm right in front of the spillway right there in the deeper water. The water's not the deepest there. The water's actually more deep over there, but the spillway has some flowage. So we're gonna see, get it out there in front of the spillway. We're gonna see if anything bites it. It's not too shallow there, but it's not horrendously deep there. It's not like 300 feet deep or something, but it is decently deep. And there are some natural holes here, like in this rock right here. And unless the fish is 300 pounds, which I don't believe there are any 300-pound fish here, it's not gonna pull that rock in. So we'll put one right in front of the spillway. I'm gonna put one in the deeper water over there and see what we can get. All right, something keeps eating that thing and not hooking. My guess is that it might just be a gar because we are on the Merrimack. There's tons of those things all over the Merrimack. I don't see any of them coming out of the water to breathe, so I'm hoping it's not. But based on my experience fishing on this river, it probably is. There's a lot of debris right here with some steps and stuff, so eventually I am gonna launch a bait here to see if anyone actually hits in this debris, because there might just be a daytime flathead in all this debris. Might have just gotten my first fish here. It's small, it's a tiny drum. That's what's been hitting, not gar. All right, that guy took a while to get, so it's gonna go out as cut bait. All right, we got a piece of the drum head on. Well, I got the whole drum head on there. Much more sizable bait. Hopefully it's not all gar in there. They don't completely steal it right away. But we're gonna toss it in there, in the middle of the river in the deep spot. And hopefully something picks it up. I know that blues are here, and so are channels and flatheads. But in the Merrimack, there's always an abundance of gar. And that's what we're afraid of. But we got the bait out there. Let's see what we can get. I saw a fish splash over here, a pretty big one too. I'm not really sure if it's a gar or not. So we're just gonna use this curly-tailed grub to cast around this area to see if there's some big fish here. I'm gonna toss a little bit in front of the spillway. The area directly in front of the spillway is extremely shallow, but where that water's flowing out seems to be decently deep. I wanna see if there's a big fish there. So far, I've only picked up that small drum. I've gotten some worms stolen, probably by other drums, but I wanna see if there is like a flathead or a channel or a bass somewhere around this area. Oh, something just tried to bite it. That was a tiny little bass. All right, if that small bass was interested in my big curly-tailed grub, there's a good chance he's actually interested in this small rapala as well. I'm just gonna rev it slowly and see if he comes back. Oh, I got it. I knew he'd be interested. It is a smallie. No, it's actually a largemouth bass. Largemouth bass. Knew he'd come back for it, but a little bit of a largemouth bass, very, very small on the Merrimack. Gonna let him go. I'm just gonna let him go here. It's a nice little bass, see a bass. And off he goes. There's a small bass here. There just might be a bigger one. And hopefully we can get one. Got something big, and it was just dumping line. All right, it's got something huge here. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get it up on this thing. It's big, whatever it is. It's just dumping line. I don't want to tighten it. I really don't want to tighten it because it's like, it feels like a rock, but it just took that giant spoon like crazy. I have no idea what it is, but it was just like dump line like crazy. Come on, fish. Come on, I want you. All right, fish, don't disappoint me. You dumped like 40 yards of line on me. Oh my God, did not expect that. I think it hit it too. I think it hit it. I need to make sure the line's good. I'm gonna march over here. You know what, I'm gonna march over here. It's definitely screwing with that line over there as well. But see that, oh, it's dumping line again. It's definitely got my other line. For 100% sure it's got my other line, but I don't know what it is. Is it a catfish? No, it's an Asian carp. Oh my gosh, must have snagged it. Must have freaking snagged it. Now it's got all my lines. This is bad. This is bad. There it is. Is that a catfish or an Asian carp? I'm pretty sure it's an Asian carp. Or is it a catfish? Nope, it's a carp. My parents actually like Asian carp, so that's gonna be dinner. See, this is why Asian carp aren't actually invasive in Asia, and it's because people actually eat these things in Asia, whereas in America, we're very picky with our bait. So, we don't actually eat these things. You see, if you ate these things, they wouldn't be so problematic. See, like we have these like invasive crayfish in China, but they're not really that much of a problem because people just actually eat the crap out of them. So there's actually like, yeah, there we go. That's a big Asian carp there. I mean, it's not a big one, it's probably like 4 or 5 pounds, but on a small line. Definitely snagged it. It is snagging season in Missouri. You got to be very careful. This line is not that strong and this fish can easily break it. All right, we got one. Asian carp. About probably 3 or 4 pounds. Check that out. Asian carp. Snagged it, took a lot of line, and now it's gonna come up and we're gonna eat it for dinner. Well, I'm not gonna eat it. My parents are gonna eat it for dinner. Asian carp. Gonna be dinner for my folks. Probably 3 or 4 pounds. Nothing huge, but yeah, it's good to get these out of the river. Asian carp. All right, Asian carp, not really wanted, but they do put up quite a big fight. Let's keep going in here and hopefully we can catch some more predatory fish. I think all the splashes I've seen are actually from Asian carp, unfortunately. I do have a worm in the water, and I also have a cut bait in the water. So Asian carp should not bite any of the cut bait, so we should be fine. But I have seen a lot of splashes in the water on the sides of the river, and I think it's probably Asian carp. I think I got another one. Oh yeah, there we go. Just took drag like not. All right, there we go. There's a lot of these fish in here. The thing is, like, you can't really, when you get these fish, you honestly can't really, oh, there you go, it's running. Like, when you get these fish, you can't really just like throw them back. Oh yeah, see? You can't really throw them back. You kind of have to like pwn them. I think that's an Asian carp. Not really, oh, there you go. There you go. Is that it almost looked like that it ate it. Actually, that kind of almost looked like it ate it. But I know it's a spoon, and carps don't eat spoons. Oh, there we go. Is that another carp? Is that a common? If it's a common, I'm gonna let it go. If it's an Asian carp, it's coming home. I think it's an Asian though. I think pretty much every one of them here is an Asian carp. Oh, wait, what is that? It's another Asian carp. Must be a ton of these things. I'm just waiting to hook a true monster. But yeah, man, Asian carp. Another dirty Asian carp. Guess it's going home as well. My bucket's not big enough, but we'll work something out. You can't just release these things. Another Asian carp. That trip was fun, but not as successful as I had hoped. 2 Asian carp, a tiny drum, and a really tiny bass. Hopefully, I was hoping to get some gato fish off that debris. Didn't really get anything. I think I got a couple of gar bites too, but I was not able to bring it in. There's some pretty decent gar over there, but didn't get a flathead, didn't get a channel, didn't get a blue, but 2 Asian carp, took them out of the river, and we will have dinner tomorrow night with Asian carp. So I hope you had fun watching this. That spillway is kind of like next to the archery range. And you should give it a try because the water is actually decently deep around that spillway. There could be some good fish there. So I hope you had fun. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button, and I'll see you guys next time.